I'm Hannah Calkins, your local insurance agent.
I'm Cameron Lobeck, your local realtor.
This is So Wisco. Today we're at Advanced Auto Clinic in Delavan, Wisconsin.
Let's pop the hood.
Today we're at Advanced Auto Clinic with Tony, the owner. Tony, you want to tell us a little bit about how you got into this? How did it start?
Well, I started when I was a kid. My dad, out in the garage, he was a gearhead, did a lot of racing and stuff. So from the time I could walk, I was out in the garage getting dirty and stuff. And it always kept my interest, kept me excited. And I would tear lawnmowers apart, bicycles. I was kind of like the neighborhood, guy that took things apart, put them together for my friends. Their bikes break, I'd fix them. And I went to tech school out of high school, and I just kept going with it. I got hired right out of tech school to go to a dealership, and I thought that was where I wanted to be. After a couple years there, I grew out of it. I went to an independent. I was really bored with the dealership. There was a lot of repetition, same vehicles. When I get an independent, it just opened up to so many different opportunities. The shop I got hired for, they didn't do a lot of diagnostics, not a lot of electrical work, and that was kind of my forte. And I took that shop to the next level. A couple years went by, and then I had the opportunity to buy more of a shop, so I did. I expanded from a 2-bay shop into this shop, been here for 17 years, and now I am building a new shop. My wife and I are building a 14-bay shop.
Yeah, I was going to say, you want to talk a little bit about that expansion that's happening?
Where's that going to be located?
Cool.
We are out on Highway 50 by Dairy Queen on the corner there. You can't miss it. I didn't realize it was going to be as big as it is, look as big as it is, but we'll probably run out of room. And my wife's a massage therapist, and we're like, how cool would it be to kind of marry our businesses together? So we're actually putting a day spa in the front half of the shop, and then the shop in the back half. We have a little coffee shop that we're going to put in there, and she's going to do massage therapy and put in some float pods. We're doing some red light therapy and stuff. So 2 completely different businesses.
Yeah.
But we think outside of the box, so we're just going to bring it together.
It'll change my life. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna get the cars.
Yeah.
Bring it a bit. Don't worry about it, love. It's 3,000 on the dot.
Yeah, so we're excited about that. And a lot of the reason that I got in the business was I saw that our industry was really starving for honest auto repair.
Yeah.
And our industry has always gotten they've been bashed about, you take it to the technician or the mechanic down the road and he puts 10 different parts on it, doesn't fix the car.
Yeah.
So I really strive to not let that become part of the circumstances. With the training that my guys do, we're constantly going to classes. In fact, last week, all my guys went down to Rockford for a night and did some update training. I try and do my best. It's very expensive, but we stay on top of the cutting edge of technology, especially with electric vehicles coming. My guys are all trained, they're certified, so we can work on hybrids, we can work on electric, diesel, pretty much anything. I have a really wide range of technicians here, and the experience that they have is phenomenal. So, and I wanted to provide a place where the environment was better. A lot of shops you go into are kind of dark and dingy, and the work environment isn't necessarily the greatest. Benefits in our industry haven't really been great in the past. We're starting to really build that in our industry, but I wanted to make a difference, at least in our little community, give technicians a nice place to work. And actually the new shop is going to be immaculate.
One of the things that I've also appreciated, because I do bring my cars here, is like you guys kind of give a diagnosis of the whole car, just because I'm coming in to get an oil change, or I think last time it was my ball joints or something like that, and they got swapped out or an alignment, and it was like you guys went through the whole thing for me. It just kind of was like, hey, here's a couple of things to think about, but this is what's important. This is when the time comes.
Yeah, we adopted digital vehicle inspections actually about 10 years ago. We were one of the first ones that we actually worked with a company to develop the digital vehicle inspections. And we were a beta tester for them. And it really, and that's another thing that helped us with our customers and the trust factor. We take pictures and give descriptions of everything that we not only find wrong with the car, but things that we find good with the car too. Go through all the, I think it's like 95 different points that we hit on the digital vehicle inspection. And it gives the customer a nice printout if they want to print it out, but we email it or text it to them, and they have everything that we see, they see. So, dirty air filter. I mean, you go a lot of places, and pretty much anytime you go any place to get your oil change, they're going to sell you an air filter.
Right. Right.
So we actually take pictures of it and say, your air filter is good or bad.
Yeah.
And so you know that we checked it, one, and so that you can trust what we do. We're very, very transparent with everything that we do.
Yeah. I was going to say, the one thing that I always hear about this place is really how much you guys are involved and how much you do for the community, you care about the community. And so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. I mean, you mentioned that you're doing a food drive right now, and you want to talk about what you're currently doing? So in November, we kind of summers tend to get away from us. We get so busy, and it's hard to keep up on marketing and stuff just because we are so busy. So in November, we start advertising for our Deserving Rides, which is our car giveaway that we do every year. Mm-hmm. And what we do there is we refurbish a car. Usually it's one that somebody has, blew the engine or whatever, and they're just done with it. And we'll go through and we'll kind of refurbish the whole vehicle. We'll detail it, put new tires, brakes, suspension, whatever it needs. We'll get it back in working order. And then we take nominations from people in the community that are deserving, that hopefully they're giving back to the community. So hopefully this car will help them serve the community even more than what they are.
That's me.
So we start that in November. And then we also do a fundraiser for Vets Roll, where we do, I get Valvoline involved, I get Napa involved, some of my vendors, they're very good about helping out with that stuff. I think we gave away, I'm not sure, I think it was over $3,000 to Vets Roll.
That's awesome.
So, that's a big part of it. And then this time of year, we try and do some stuff for the Lions Club. Coming up for the Lions Club is their corned beef and cabbage. So I'll probably come up with some stupid skit for that on Facebook to try and promote it.
If you haven't seen his Facebook skits, they're some of the best, so we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And all that stuff started, I was just, when COVID came, I always was uncomfortable doing that type of stuff. I kind of just like hide behind the scenes. But I saw a need for, I don't even know what it was. It just inspired me to get out and start promoting some of the businesses that were actually shut down.
Yeah.
And we went out, and I think we gave away $7,000 or $8,000 worth of gift certificates some were donated, some we bought. We gave them to first responders. We just gave them to people that were in need. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what kickstarted
the Facebook.
The Facebook stuff, but that's what kickstarted me wanting to get more involved in the community. I mean, we've always given sponsored sports teams and do anything with. I was huge in sports. My kids were all in sports. I coached them all in sports. So that's kind of where I gravitated toward. Is I just sponsored everything I could because I was personally involved with that with my kids, and growing up, I was into all the sport.
And then one of the things that I feel like separates you guys is you guys have a little more options for people, right? So like if somebody's car is going to be down for a couple of days, you guys kind of have options for that?
Yeah, we started a loaner fleet. I started with one car that I would give out just in case somebody needed a ride or whatever. It started out as our shuttle.
Yeah.
And now we're up to, I think we have 12 or 13 loaner cars. And we give those, we don't charge anything for them. It's kind of like a rental agreement, you have to have the insurance, fill it back up with gas. We don't charge anything for it, so that Right now, a lot of times we run into parts issues where a car is down for 2 or 3 days, and we're able to keep you from having to rent a vehicle, saves you money, gives us extra time when we need it in case parts are unavailable. I mean, the supply chain is it's good now. It's not too bad, but there's still parts out there.
Still a level of unknown, right?
Yep.
And it still allows people to get to work and get their car fixed at the same. They don't have to choose one.
Right. And we do also shuttle too, and we do pick up and delivery. So there's several people that work out at Mercy, and they drive from all over the place to work out at Mercy. And what better idea than to have us just pick up their car, we bring it in, do the inspection, do the oil change, and then we drop it back off. So they don't have to leave work. It's all done while they're at work. And we do that with any business that wants to. Another thing to make things a little bit easier on the pocketbook, we do have a rewards program. With that rewards program, all we ask is that you become a loyal customer, and we'll bend over backwards for you. We'll give you free roadside assistance, free towing, 3% back on all the services that you have done for future services. Plus, there's an oil change club, so every 4th oil change or 5th one's free. We want to build relationships with our people and be their go-to. And because a lot of times when people take cars into a shop and then they go to another shop and they go to another shop, they just kind of bounce all over the place. It's hard for anybody to really get to know what their driving habits are. Some people drive cars harder than others, and being able being able to see the car on a regular basis, we can kind of prevent you from breaking down, prevent some problems. And we like to explain things to you in kind of a red, green, yellow, as far as importance. And we want to be able to give you what you're going to need in the future, so you can budget for it, because car repairs are getting extremely expensive. I'm very fortunate to be part of the community, to be able to get back to it finally. It's given me plenty over the years.
Where are you located? I mean, where can our viewers find you?
Right now we are on 1101 Ann Street. We're just between Wright Street and Highway 50. And our new location is going to be out on Highway 50 by Dairy Queen. But we're going to have both locations operating. We feel that there's going to be enough need for people that are just, maybe don't want to go out that side of town or whatever. Social media, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I have a digital marketing guy that kind of handles all that. Don't know the addresses.
We'll link that here. So
AACDelavan.com is our website, and everything is linked to that.
Perfect. Awesome, Tony. Well, we appreciate you having us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you for watching this video.
If you have an individual or a business that would be interested in partnering with us, please feel free to reach out.
See you next time.